Good morning, students. Welcome to your Maths 1 online teaching session. Today I am here to brief you up with the evaluation scheme, paper pattern and the revised syllabus. So without much delay, let's see the evaluation scheme. As you know, the written paper for board exam for Maths 1 will be of 40 marks, Maths 2 also 40 marks, and internal evaluation will be of 20 marks. Now this internal evaluation will have home assignments and practicals. As you know, we have already done few. Those will be considered for internal evaluation. So written paper of 40 marks each, algebra 40 that is Maths 1, geometry 40 that is Maths 2, and internal evaluation 20 marks. So total of 100 marks. Okay. Then what type of questions will be asked in board exam? Like how marks are allotted, what percentage is given? Easy questions 40%, medium questions 40%, and difficult questions 20%. Now this 40% of the total, so 40% means approximately 24 marks. 40% means 24 marks easy questions. I am telling you this according to the total marks, that is 60, which is with option. Paper is of 40, but total marks of the paper with option will be 60. So 40% means 24 marks. Medium questions also 40% means 24 marks. And difficult questions 20% means 12 marks. So like this, marks will be allotted in the paper. So 24 marks easy questions, 24 marks medium questions, and 12 marks difficult questions. Like this, a total of 60 marks. 60 because it is with option. Okay. Then let us have a look at the paper pattern. You must be knowing it, but let us quickly see it. Question number 1A and B are 1 mark each. Question number 1A is multiple choice question. Now here I want you to understand one important thing. When you are writing answer for multiple choice question, you are not going to write the option, like you are not going to write the answer which is given. Suppose your answer is, for the first question the answer is 34, which is option C. So you will not write 34, you will write answer 1 and you will only write C. No need of that answer, you are only going to write that alphabet. Okay, so remember this for multiple choice question. If you want to show working, you can do it in the rough column. What we expect you to do is to write only the option correctly, not even that number which is written. For example, as I have told you, if option C answer is 34, you will not write 34. Instead of that, you will write answer 1 is option C. Okay, so use only alphabets for multiple choice questions. So there will be 4 questions without any option, 1 mark each, so a total of 4 marks. Question 2 is solve. Now these are also easy 1 mark questions. 4 questions will be there without option, 1 mark each, so 4 marks. Question number 2A and B are 2 marks each, but 2A is an activity question. Out of 3 activities you have to do 2. It will be 2 marks each, so 4 marks. Without option it will be 6. Then question number 2 will be solve. Okay, these are 2 marks questions. 4 questions you have to do out of 5. There is an option in it, so total of 8 marks. Question 3A is again activity. Now here you had out of 3 you had to do 2 in question number 2. But in question number 3 you will have a choice of only 1. Like out of 2 you have to do 1. 3 marks each. These 2 questions 3A and 3B are 3 marks each. Right. Question number 3B is solve any 2 out of 4. Here also each question carries 3 marks, so a total of 6 marks. Now question number 4, a little lengthier one because it will be 4 marks each. So out of 3 you have to do any 2. 4 marks each, so a total of 8 marks. And question number 5 will be solve any 1 out of 2, which will carry 3 marks. Okay, so like this the total marks of the paper is 40 and with option it comes to 60. Okay, I hope you have understood the paper pattern. Right, question number 1AB, question number 2AB, question number 3AB, question number 4 and 5. Okay, then what are the important things that you should know? What type of questions can be asked? Points to be noted. Now for question number 3B, one of the sub questions should be asked on prove the given statement. Now in algebra, prove the given statement can be asked from AP chapter, where you have to prove that sum of this and this terms is equal to this. Yes, such questions can be asked in geometry where proof can be given. So such type can be asked in question number 3b. Okay. Then question number 4. I have particularly written it in red because these questions should be out of the textbook. It should be unseen. It should not be from the textbook. But don't worry, it will not be so difficult. It will be based on the prescribed syllabus, but it will be challenging question. Exactly the same number will not be given from the textbook. Difficulty level will be little bit more, and it definitely will be based on the prescribed syllabus only. Nothing out of the textbook. It like maybe numbers might change or little bit here and there. It can be a challenging question. This is 4 marks each, right? Then question number 5. Now this has a variety of questions that can be asked in this. This question should be creative, for which responses should be as follows. For example, the first one I have given you, comment on or what's your opinion. Now what type of questions can be asked here? I can give you a graph and can ask you to comment on that graph. Like what is the nature of the graph, or what do you understand when you see those two lines which are intersecting? Yes, you can comment on that, give your opinion on that. Open-ended questions. Now this type of questions we had even in 9th standard. Open-ended questions like I can ask you to frame any linear equation with two variables or quadratic equation. Such questions are open-ended questions. Estimate and approximate can be applicable for trigonometry. Complete the problem or figure or flowchart. Yes, I can give you any condition like in linear or quadratic equation. I can give you any condition and ask you to complete the flowchart. Such type of questions can be asked in question number 5, right? Or based on constructions. Few more of question number 5. What type of questions can be asked? Write the steps of construction with analysis. Why and how you have construction chapter in geometry. Question number 5 can be asked based on that. Or construct a word problem from the situation or condition given. Now this can very well be given from linear equation and quadratic. I can give you some of ages of, like I can give you a condition, I can give you an answer, and I can ask you to develop a word problem for that. Okay, so you have to develop a word problem for that, where you will get the answer as that given one. Suppose the answer I give you as 15, so frame a word problem on that. So accordingly you have to give condition that sum of ages of two brothers is so and so, or 2 times the age of the first one is 5 times the age. Like any condition you give, solve it, but answer you should get as 15. Like that you have to construct a word problem on the situation or condition given. Okay, such questions we will practice in our revision session, don't worry. So these are the type of questions that can be asked in question number 5. Okay, then now the very important part, let us discuss about the portion chapter wise. From the first chapter, that is linear equation in two variables. First I will tell you what are the important things that you need to learn from this chapter. Linear equation includes elimination method. Even though elimination method is omitted, this you can use to solve sums. In word problems, you can very well use elimination method. Okay, so I have included it here. Elimination method as such separately will not be asked in the exam, that solve linear equations by using elimination method. But you can use this method to solve word problems. Okay, then equations of the type where coefficients of the variables are interchanged. Yes, coefficients are interchanged. X coefficient, y coefficient of the first equation will become x coefficient and y coefficient of the second equation. Like that, cross coefficients will be same. Coefficients are interchanged. Like that, equations are there. Then graphical method, Kramer's rule, and word problems. These are the things that you have to study from the first chapter, that is linear equation in two variables. Then what is omitted from here? I would like you to have a textbook with you so that you can quickly mark. Now omitted part is from it starts from page number 2, that page is omitted, page number 3. Then practice set 1.1, question number 1 is an activity based, that is omitted. Question number 2, yes, there are 8 questions in that. It is solve the simultaneous equation. In that the first 6 are omitted. Only 2 questions are there, that is question number 7 and 8. Right, make a note of it. Then this is very important, equations reducible to a pair of linear equations in two variables. This is omitted. Now what are these? These are those equations where you had equations in this form. See, 1 upon x Yes, 1 upon x plus 1 upon y is equal to 7 upon 8. Like this equations where the variable was there in the denominator, such equations are omitted. Equations reducible to pair of linear equation into variables are omitted. Then page number 16, a small part, that is let's learn, that is omitted. Now based on this, there was a practice set 1.4, that full practice set is omitted. So make a note of all these pages 17, 18 and 19. 19 is actually practice set 1.4. So these are the things that are omitted from the practice set. Coming to problem set, based on the same concept, that is equations reducible to linear equation, there was one question in the problem set on page 28, that is question number 6. Mark that as omitted. Okay, so these are the things that you don't have to study from chapter number 1. Please make a note of all these things. Coming to second chapter, that is quadratic equations. First we will see what are the important things that we need to study. In quadratic equations, there is introduction of quadratic equation where sums are given, like identify whether the given equations are quadratic or no, or get the values of a, b, c from a given equation. All such type of questions are there. Then finding solution of quadratic equation, you have these two methods, factorization method, formula method. Then there are word problems that you need to study in this chapter. Okay, so these are the 4 things that you need to study. Let's see what are the important things that are omitted from this chapter. Okay, so the omitted part includes basically the important part, that is completing square method. Make a note of it, it is omitted. You don't have to study this method at all. No questions will be asked in the board exam based on this. Completing square method is omitted, and relation between roots and coefficients, that part is omitted. Okay, then there are few page numbers that is given. I am not going much in detail. In fact, I have specified here that page number 37, 38, 39, 39. From page number 39, practice set 2.3 full practice set is omitted. 42, 43, 43 page number activity is there, that is omitted. 46, 47, 49, 49 is having practice set 2.5. From 2.5, in question number 1, only the third sum is omitted. Don't think that the entire practice set is omitted. Please make a proper note of all these things. From practice set 2.1, question number 1, from that also question number 1, only the third sum is omitted. Then page 50, sum number 5th and 6th are omitted. Okay, so these were questions which are omitted from the practice set of quadratic equations. Then coming back to problem set. Problem set page number 53, I think it is MCQ questions. Only the 6th MCQ is omitted. Page number 54, 10th sum is omitted. One sum from the problem set and one MCQ from the problem set of quadratic equations. So make a note of all these things. Important thing to remember is completing square method and relation between roots and coefficients. You don't have to study for the board exam. Okay, right, let us move further. Coming to the next chapter, that is arithmetic progression. Sequences and arithmetic progression you have. Then you have nth term of AP where you have formula. Yes, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Formula for Sn terms, like sum of n terms, Sn. Yes, that formula you have. Important thing is, from third chapter, nothing is omitted. Everything you have to study, whether it is a solved example or practice set sums or problem set. Everything. Yes, nothing is omitted from the third chapter. Then moving to the fifth chapter first, that is probability. What it has is random experiments, outcomes, equally likely outcomes, sample space for different events, as you know, dice, then throwing a coin, tossing a coin, 2-digit number, committee formed, so many events are there, all that is there. Then to find probability of all those events. So this is what basically you will be doing in fifth chapter. Again, important thing to remember, no omission from this chapter. So whether it is a solved example or a practice set sum or problem set, everything you have to do from probability chapter. So these are the 2 chapters where nothing is omitted, everything you have to solve. Then coming to the 4th chapter, that is financial planning. Yes, financial planning, full chapter is omitted. Yes. Then the 6th chapter, that is statistics. Even 6th chapter, full chapter is omitted. So please make a note of all this. 3rd and 5th chapter, nothing is omitted. First chapter and second chapter I have told you the omitted pages and everything very nicely. Make a note of it. Fourth and sixth chapter, the entire chapter is omitted. So you don't have to study anything from this chapter for this board exam. Right? So I hope I have made myself very clear and your doubts are also clear. Yes? So start studying. We'll meet with the revision session of the different chapters which we have for the exam in the next session. Okay? Thank you.